Hi everyone, my name is Federica and I am one of the student employability advisors here at QMUL University. Today I want to share with you what I consider to be the top 5 application and CV writing mistakes focusing on the use of language. There will be a follow-up video in which I will discuss the top 5 CV writing and application mistakes focusing on method. But let's start today with language. Mistake number 1 is using a language that doesn't bring excitement to the reader. Let's make an example. One thing is to describe a skill with a sentence like this, for example. Responsibilities of the role include writing newsletters to students. An expression like this lacks the wow factor that could make your application stand out. A very different thing is to describe a skill adding emphasis to the language and using adjectives to convey that sense of aliveness that language can achieve. For example, using excellent writing skills and undertaking regular research in order to create engaging newsletters for a wide range of students. As you can see, the action of the two sentences is the same, so to demonstrate writing skills, but the way it sounds in the second example, it is a lot more compelling to the eyes of the employer because the use of adjectives and the use of language in a certain way can bring that sentence and that content to life. And that could make the difference between an okay application, an okay CV, and an outstanding application. Mistake number 2 is to make claims without giving evidence. This happens a lot, for example, when I read the profile sections, where it is very easy to be generic and to end up writing kind of cliche sentences, such as this one, for example. I am a hard-working individual who works well in a team. If you think about it, this sentence makes a claim, but it doesn't give any evidence of that. So an employer who reads that doesn't have the means to judge whether this is true or not. After you write a sentence, always ask yourself, am I just making a claim here or am I giving evidence? If the answer is that you're just making a claim, then you know that you need to turn your language and to use it differently in order to make less claims and give more evidence. Mistake number 3 is, in general, use of passive language into your sentences, into your writing. Be always very careful about the way in which you describe your skills and your experience. I sometimes read in applications and CVs sentences like this one, for example. Time management skills were acquired in order to complete daily tasks. Using this passive construction in your writing doesn't make you the owner of the action and gives more emphasis to a responsibility that was given to you rather than emphasizing the fact that you achieved something. So let's try now to convert that passive sentence into a more active one. So from the passive form, which was time management skills were acquired in order to complete daily tasks, to a more active form along the lines of something like demonstrating good time management skills by accomplishing daily tasks on time, such as XYZ. By using this active form of language and by avoiding passive constructions, you are making yourself the owner of the sentence and the owner of the action. And in general, active language conveys a sense of proactivity that passive construction cannot achieve. Mistake number 4 is to not pay enough attention to the layout of your page and to how the layout of your page and the organization of the content of your writing affects the effectiveness of your writing and your language in turn. Your writing should be tidily organized in the page, clearly spaced and with appropriate margins. Remember that the most important job that the layout has to achieve when it comes to CV writing is not to distract the reader with colors and details that are not needed on the page, but actually to invite the reader into your page by making that reading as easy and as simple as possible. Bullet points and clear division between what is a title and what is content will help create a consistent visual rhythm into your page, which in turn will help the eye getting comfortable when reading your writing, and that will finally have a very positive effect on the way in which your language is absorbed by the reader. Mistake number 5 is to not check your writing for typos and grammar. Once you're happy with the content of your writing, make sure you read it a couple of times, only checking for eventual typos or grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes. If you have to fill in an online application form, for example, make sure you always type the content of your writing into a Word document or a Pages document so that you can then copy and paste it into the boxes of the online application form. I hope this was useful, and please do check our website for online resources on CV writing and application advice. And do not hesitate if you want to book an appointment with one of us in order to get some feedback on your CV or your application. For today, that's all. Have a nice rest of the day.